morning, gamers! Today is a very good day, and today, guys, we're back with another Loomian Legacy video, and I will be giving you guys my thoughts on farming cake points in Loomian Legacy's new Sweet Retreat update. But before I go into the details of the video, if you could hit that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and share the video with a friend, that'd be greatly appreciated, as I did spend some time with this video. Other than my usual videos, I literally wrote a script. That'd be greatly appreciated. But now let's get on into the video. One more thing to say before I actually start this video. I'm not actually complaining over farming cake points or bashing the developers over the update, since I love farming the cake points and think it's a very creative and entertaining twist on farming for an event in Loomian Legacy. And I am definitely not complaining about my RNG, since the whole point of RNG is to be random chances, and I'm just solely giving my thoughts on the update with the least bias possible. Alright, now that those announcements are out of the way, I could finally start talking about what you guys are most likely here for. So, we all know farming cakes in Sweet Retreat allows you to get many rewards, such as the delicious cake, which I'll show you right here, and limited time event capture discs, which is over here, gummies, and more, like the birthday candle and the chocolate bar. And in this video, I'll mainly be talking about the delicious cake. The delicious cake, as we all know, costs 200 cake points, and at first that doesn't sound bad at all, but when you really start to think about grinding out the Alpha and Gamma Naimaray or SA, it could take a lot of time, Robux, and get pretty frustrating for some people. The odds for Alpha Naimaray are 1 in 128, which is really good because you obviously have a pretty good chance of just soft resetting for it using Lumi Boost tokens and a charm on the stand over there. The odds of finding Gamma Naimaray are 1 in 640, which isn't that much higher, and you obviously need a golden star in Naimaray's mastery to even have a chance of encountering it. Now, if you plan to sit down and try soft resetting for Alpha, Gamma, or SA Naimaray, you can start to see an issue. Any RNG, good or bad, depending on how you see it, this can take a while to soft reset, and if you want a Gamma, Alpha, or SA Naimaray and PvP personalities like me, you all know this if you've been a long time, decently subscriber on my channel, but that's me. You'll probably have a much bigger issue trying to soft reset for this, like me right now. I'm not saying anything, I'm not trying to like guilt trip anyone, I'm just giving out my point and giving an example, which is me. There are two ways you could get the delicious cakes for soft resetting Alpha or Gamma Naimaray, and that's from making cakes or killing Loomians or trading them. I'll get into trading in a second, but first, making cakes. Farming cakes using the assembly line is, in my opinion, the best way of farming cake points. According to Pokenova, it takes around 8 minutes to get 200 cake points with the average server. This can be incredibly hard because you would need to find a dedicated server, have as many friends as possible you can be available at the same time as you, and then just sit down for an extended period of time and farm cake points. If you can't do that, then your next best option is obviously just going into a random server full of people that you don't really know, which could be a problem. I'll explain in a second, and they're all hopefully dedicated and you guys could farm cakes together. Like I said like 2 seconds ago, that could be an issue because if someone leaves and someone new joins the server, you and the new person or anyone else in the server can argue over one part in the assembly line, which will hinder your production of cakes, and obviously you won't make as much cakes in a great amount of time. Now, trading. Trading is probably the fastest way of getting, oh my god, I suck at speaking, getting delicious cakes to use for soft resetting for Naimaray. You can easily trade for delicious cakes to use for soft resetting for Naimaray. Many people trading Gammas, Alphas, and Shards for delicious cakes. This isn't a problem for people who are quote-unquote rich in Loomian Legacy. What I mean is having a lot of Alphas, Gammas, Shards, all the stuff that people would want for these delicious cakes. But it doesn't matter how rich they are, it will hurt their inventories if they don't get Alpha or Gamma Naimaray in a while. Trading for a high amount of cakes since they want the Alpha Gamma Naimaray, and for people who aren't as rich in Loomian Legacy trade, this is a bit of an issue because they are really left with no choice but to farm for their delicious cakes, since nobody really wants to accept anything other than Gammas, Alphas, and Shards for delicious cakes. let's say you got around 200 cakes here, right? Like me, you spend all of them at the pedestal. Well, I don't have 200 cakes, just 200 cakes in general. And you spend them at the pedestal. You would lose all of those alphas and gammas at shards for maybe 1 to 3 alpha 9 rays at most. If you get lucky, SA, if you have something to figure out what is SA or what's not. In short, if you want a soft reset for SA, alpha, or gamma 9 ray, you would need a ton of cakes regardless of personality, a good personality or a bad one. If you want to farm those cakes, it would take a lot of time. And if you want to trade for those cakes, you would need a huge inventory to make sure that people would want to trade with you and give their cakes off to you in return for something worth their while. I 100% understand that the developers made farming cakes grindy so that they could have more people playing their game and get those sweet premium payouts. And it's definitely a smart way of doing it, but it's still too grindy in my opinion, and because of the toxic Loomian legacy community, it's not even surprising to me anymore that people complain no matter how many quality and quantity updates Llama Train Studio passes out and how engaging they are. There is always some reason for people to complain. My proposal to making cake point farming slightly less grindy is to lower it down to either 100 to 150 cake points so that it requires less time spent on farming cakes and more time enjoying the game and having the hope that one may get an SA, alpha, or gamma 9 ray in a shorter amount of time. Once again, I am not bashing the developers for the Sweet Retreat update as I love every aspect of it. I'm just giving my thoughts on it, and I think I did a pretty good job avoiding any biases if I do say so myself. But with that being said, guys, leave a comment down below on your thoughts from my little discussion here. Positive or negative comments, I'll respond and give it a heart as usual. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!